This is the new Wintec AIS Pro life jacket, and just a bit of a familiarisation with it. It's much wider in the neck, as you can see, but it's got all the standard features. The back has the split back strap, which gives you access to your A point and should sit either side of your harness there. We've also got the new feature, which is a strong point at the back, so you can fasten a lanyard to the back when you're working on a deck. Bear in mind, this is a restraint harness, not a full arrest, so you'll need a lanyard which will keep you within the bounds of where you're working. The jacket comes with twin crutch straps, and they'll be fitted. You just shorten those or lengthen them, whichever you want, by just undoing the Velcro, which just holds them rolled up, and you can shorten them or lengthen them as you like. Then you just roll up the spare and you can pop it round the strap and that'll hold it tidily out of the way. Okay, so your normal windows now, you're going to have 3 windows on the right hand side and 2 on the left hand side. The bottom window indicates the cylinder and the activation head. As you can see, if it's both green on the activation head themselves, that will mean that it's functioning or it's fine to use. If there's a red one at the bottom, that means the activation head's gone off for some reason, or a red one at the top that the cylinder's not functioning or not screwed in properly. But when you receive them, you shouldn't have to touch these now for 12 months. You've got exactly the same for the reverse bladder on this side, and you can see the 2 greens on that side. So this is a twin bladder jacket, it's front and back, so it's got 2 cylinders to inflate it. On this side you'll see the service card. There's no reason for you to go into this at all. This will be just done at the service point. It'll be punched out for the time it's due for next service for the jacket, and also for the beacon. The beacons that we're fitting into these are the ocean safety beacons, ocean signal beacons, and the serial number for that particular beacon will be listed on there. When we put them in, obviously if they're going in new, they've got 12 months, well, they have actually got 5 years with self-test, but we will check them every time they come back for the 12-month bit, and we'll denote that they're good for the following 12 months on that service ticket. On the other side, you've got the beacon window, and you can see the beacon in there, and this is a PLB1, but it could be an MOB1, the same thing, but you'll see the arming covered over there. That means you can see that that's there, it's fine, it's armed and it's ready to go. You've also got the user's window, and this is something that you'll be able to get into yourselves to do your monthly checks on this, and then if you want to put your name and everything into there, you can do it this way through the zip. To get into that, you'll need to open the side zip, not this main zip. That should stay fastened the whole time. So you just pull that zip back. Now we're going to do the beacon test here. Pull that zip back right down, work your hands in until you can expose the beacon, like that. And you need to pop off the cover clip and then press the test button. You'll see it flash red, 1 white flash, 1 green flash, and that's it. That means the second green flash means that it's tested and it's fine. If you get any other colours, just refer to the documentation that comes with the jacket. That's now being tested. It's in the arm position. We're just going to pop that back with a little slot at the top. Just make sure it clicks into place like that. That's the monthly test done. If we need to get into put our name in the card, it's a little bit fiddlier. We can reach into this section and pull the card out. Okay, it's a bit difficult to get your fingers into. If you just work your fingers in, you can pull that card out. Might be an idea to trim the corners with it. You can write your name on it then, company name, and the company name goes on the bottom, the user's name on the top, and then you can pop that back in Okay, so once that's in, you just slide it down into place. There. That's it. There, once that's done, you can then close the zip. Make sure you push the zip runner right up under the cover so it's nice and tidy. And that's it. So you'll have your name and the company name on. You can see your beacon in the window. Just rearrange that. You can see the beacon in the window, you can see the arm plate on it. That's all you'll need to do. So once you've been in and done this, once a month, go in, open this, pull the beacon to the side, do the beacon test, put it back together and just push it back over into the window and close that up. The new life jackets have got a soft point on the front as well, which is the restraint point. It's not a fall arrest, it's a straight restraint. So say if you're using that with a lanyard, it should be used with the lanyard that suits the working area that you're working in. Everything else is as it was in previous jackets. You can put your name on there as well if you want on the side list. Your buddy line's on the side there, that's in a little pouch on the side. And that's the new Wintec Pro. Right, this is the new AIS Pro Life Jacket fitted onto one of our demonstration dummies. It's on top of the Wintec. This is the new 2017 suit. There will be a separate video about this, just giving you the features of this. The AIS Pro, the rule is when you're putting a jacket or any life jacket on, the waist strap or the chest strap, whichever you want to call it, should be horizontal. So it's round your body, horizontal. The jacket should sit in the right place then. Always make sure that you haven't got too much space. If you can get your hand like that, that's fine. You don't want it really loose, but you don't want it so tight that it'll constrict you when you're climbing or working. So on the front now, you can see we've got the inspection windows, which is on this side, the inspection card, the cylinder activation and gas indicators. Same on the other side here. That's the user's window, and then the beacon window. You can see the beacon in there. Okay, on the front of the jacket we've got the hard point or an A point. This is for restraint. This is not for climbing on. Now you can see it's different to the A points on the harness. We've got a harness, a Petzl harness on here. This is the new Volt harness, which is one of the better harnesses at the moment. But on that, this is for restraint. So if you're working on the deck, if you're working within an area that you need a lanyard, make sure you got your lanyard the right length for where you're working, so it can't let you go over the side, so it will restrain you. You can clip onto the front of it, or you can use the restraint lanyard point on the back to clip on there. So if you're working on the deck, that's the one. Now you'll notice while we're around the back, we have the split back strap on the life jacket itself. This gives you access, and this is unique to this life jacket. This is the only one that's been specifically designed for this particular function. This split back strap will give you access to the A point. This is the dorsal point. You can see the A on there. Different harnesses have slightly different positions, but we've given you enough space there. So if you have a Sala, Skylar Tech, Petzl, Miller, High Tech, any of these harnesses, the A point will appear somewhere in there if the jacket's worn correctly. As you can see, the belt is running horizontal. These are the two crutch straps going down. They're tidied up by putting the Velcro fasteners up the top. Once you've got this all square, this jacket should sit down and give you plenty of space around your neck. You should be able to move your head around, and this guy won't move his head, but should be able to move your head around without touching the life jacket. So make sure your jacket is done up so you've got reasonable space, but not so much that you can slip out your jacket. Make sure that your crutch straps are set for the right length and tidied up. If you don't have crutch straps on the jacket, you have to have the jacket really tight to make sure it doesn't slip off. The whole purpose of these is we've put the new crutch straps on here that will allow you access to any of your A points or your clips. It's out of the way, so you can see the leg harness parts, clips on the harness are clear there. You can get to those. You can get to the centre clip, get to your second A point, which is the rip away A point, which is a function on the new Volt harness, or the main A point. So with the main A point, you can use one of your transfer lanyards. This is the Wintec transfer lanyard. This has a triple action carabiner which goes through the A point there, and that means that you can clip on and off to the yo-yo when you go up onto a turbine. If you want to climb with it and you want the protection of the rip away on the new Volt harness, you will fasten onto this one, and if you do fall, this stitching will just rip away and it cushions the fall as you go. It will force the life jacket up a bit, but you'll be thankful for that. You shouldn't be in the water if that's in that stage. Okay, so that's the new AIS Pro life jacket. You see, you've got access to everything. These are the tool lanyard holders. You've got your A points, your second A point. You've got access to all your clips and access to the A point at the back. So that's the new AIS Pro.